Good evening, everybody. I'm Jeff Porsche, welcoming you to tonight's Rev Game of the Week. Tonight we are at the pit here in Santa Maria for Girls Soccer District 6 Division 1, a district matchup between East Ascension and Santa Maria. And we'll have the starting lineups and the beginning of the game in just a moment, but we'll take a break first. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
We just moved, so there's millions of
dahlias in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew a quarter of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new projects on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as
largemouth bass.
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Come see us at Ascension Equipment for John Deere sales and service. Save more today and mow tomorrow.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
The A-Team at Eustis Mortgage, here to serve all your home lending needs. Our company is a Louisiana-based family-owned mortgage company. Our mission is to provide custom-tailored mortgage solutions while educating our clients and providing the highest level of customer service during the transaction. Whether you're buying a home or looking to refinance, we would love to be of assistance to you. The A-Team at Eustis Mortgage is a proud supporter of Ascension Parish Athletics.
And we're back, and we're ready for the senior night ceremony, so we'll take it to the field.
Our first senior, Miss Nia Bridgewater, number 8. She plays forward. She is meeting up with her mom and dad, Naisha and Daryl Sr., and her brothers, Tyler and Daryl Jr. Nia's favorite Santa Maria soccer experience would have to be beating Dutchtown her freshman year. The pit was electric that night. Her message to the underclassmen would be to just have fun and play the game. Nia plans to attend Jacksonville University, where she plans to play soccer and major in psychology. Nia would like to thank her family and friends for their support, and she would like to thank Coach Joe for always being there and supporting her. Nia would also like to thank Coach Arsenault and Miss Amanda for the rest of the athletic training staff. Good luck tonight to Nia. Our next senior we'd like to honor is Miss Aubrey Humphreys, number 9. She plays center defensive mid. Meeting up with her tonight is Paige Humphreys, her mom, her dad, Jason Humphreys, her brother, Hayden, and her sister, Maddie. The past 4 years for Aubrey have been the best Santa Maria soccer experience Aubrey could ask for. To the underclassmen, Aubrey would like to tell them to soak each and every moment in and to always be kind on and off the field. Aubrey would like to thank all of the coaches along the years that have made her the player and person she is today. A thank you to her parents, who are her most consistent supporters, to her dad, the best bleacher coach she could ask for, and to her mom for everything she does that goes unnoticed. Lastly, a thank you to Santa Maria High for this experience. Good luck, Aubrey. And our final senior tonight, Miss Madison Parker, number 10. She plays center back. She's meeting up with her parents, Patty and Chad Parker, and her brother, Maddox. Some of her favorite memories from the team would be beating Bird her sophomore year, because Bird knocked us out of the playoffs her freshman year. Also, beating North Shore that same year since they won the state previous year. Maddie tells the underclassmen to cherish every moment you have with this team, because before you know it, it will all be over. Not to stress over the small things and enjoy playing the sport that you love. Her college plans are to attend LSU or Southeastern and major in biology, then transfer to Fran U for med school to become a physician's assistant. Maddie would like to thank her parents for everything they've done for her throughout her time playing soccer, especially when she forgot her cleats at home when they were at a tournament and they had to buy her a new pair. Also to the girls for all the memories that she was able to make in the past 4 years at Santa Maria. Good luck, Maddie, and to all of our seniors.
And that'll conclude our senior night ceremonies for the Santa Maria Lady Gators, and the three seniors, Nia Bridgewater, Aubrey Humphreys, Madison Parker, all honored here tonight for their hard work over their 4 years as Lady Gator soccer players. And you see the graphic up there, and I'm Jeff Porsche, and now I will be joined by Chris Goodall for tonight's broadcast. And you see right there our broadcast tonight, the big rivalry in Ascension Parish, East Ascension versus Santa Maria. East Ascension 6-3-1 on the season, 1-0 in district play. The Santa Maria Lady Gators are 6-8-2 on the season, and they are 1-0 in district. And in spite of the records, we expect to see a pretty even match here tonight between these two teams, Chris.
That's right. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate coming on again. Really enjoying it and excited for this game.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's when you have the rivalries like this, it always tightens up a little bit more, just because, you know, the team that should win by X amount, it just gets a little closer for the underdog there. Maybe we've got a little Georgia TCU going on. Up at Santa Maria as Georgia for now, you know.
Yes. Well, what's interesting, though, is when you look at the records, East Ascension has the winning record, and
right.
Santa Maria has the losing record. But when you look at the power rankings and you look at tradition, actually Santa Maria would probably be the favorites here tonight, and that has a lot to do with the strength of schedule that these two teams have played so far.
Absolutely, yes. No question about it at all. No question about it. And we'll analyze some of their schedule as they go, but Santa Maria have had a really tough road, and that comes out.
So here's the coaches, Jennifer Franklin and Jolie Hartman. We're going to talk about them a lot here tonight.
Sure.
Jennifer Franklin, 6 years, and she's getting back to 500. Her record is improving every season now. And Santa Maria, you have Jolie Hartman, and she's been here for a long time. She was a Santa Maria Lady Gator player and now the coach. And last year you see the playoffs game, I believe we had last year.
We did.
The East Ascension Dutchtown match, 4-1. Dutchtown won the game. They were expecting kind of an easy match, but it wasn't that easy.
It wasn't.
Yes, go ahead.
I think it was like a third goal, didn't come to a little later in the second half there. Man, you're looking at their years, you're making me feel old here. But Jennifer, it feels like she's been doing it for a few years. And Jolie, 11, that's a good long stint right there.
Yes. And Santa Maria, they were the 22 seed last season, and they lost.
Mandeville a really good game.
Mandeville is always a really strong traditional program. We're going to have the national anthem now, so we'll pause for that. just about ready to go. Girls soccer, East Ascension versus Santa Ma. And we see the coach over here on the East Ascension side, Jennifer Franklin, talking to her team, and we'll get to their starting lineups right now. So the East Ascension starting lineup, you'll see number 1, Hannah May, a senior. Number 4, Naya Sanchez, a senior. Number 8, Taylor Carty, sophomore. Audrey Galindo, sophomore. Kylie Wagaspak, sophomore. Leah Pranksy, sophomore. Cody Maxwell, freshman. This is a very young team. Paige Franksy, a senior. Madison Abear, freshman. Claire Delaney, a sophomore, and Ava Lambert, a junior. And as I mentioned, Chris, this is a very young team, but they're improving every season.
It is. If I'm doing my numbers right here, so yeah, for 3 seniors, 1 junior, and the rest is 7 of the 11 are sophomores or freshmen. So that is a young crew, and it's like the old coaching thing. You do get to reap the reward of it for sure, but it's tough going when you've got the young ones there.
Right, and now we'll go to the Santa Ma starting lineup, and you see Jolie Hartman there talking to her team. They lost on Saturday. They're going to try to get back on the right track tonight. Their starters, Addison Champagne, a sophomore. Lillian Oakland, a sophomore. Nia Bridgewater, senior. Aubrey Humphreys, senior. Madison Parker, senior. We saw those girls earlier. Natalie Heinz, a freshman. Corey Bergeron, a freshman. Ella Willoughby, a freshman. Nina Tomplay, junior. Mallory Sutton, sophomore. And Kendall Wagaspak, a sophomore. And even though there's 3 seniors in this lineup, they are also a very young team.
Some young, yes. Coach Jolie is not afraid to blood the young ones. We used to always say a freshman, by the time it's January, they're not freshmen anymore.
Right.
Especially once they've played that the first big rival district game. But yeah, they've been through it all. They've seen it, and then they're not as nervous as in like early November.
And it seems like on the girls' side, I think we've talked about this before, freshmen and sophomores on the girls' side tend to come in and contribute a lot faster.
Yes.
And that might be part of the idea, too, that these girls are going to be young and they're going to be here for a while. But a freshman and a sophomore really, comparatively speaking, are about same size, same height, same speed as the juniors and seniors.
Exactly. I used to make the freshmen do extra planks because they would get knocked off of their ball. Their core wasn't as good.
Yes.
But a freshman boy going against some 6'2" guy from U-High, you just can't compete. But girls, you can get away with it there,
Right.
And I think it's size related. You see some senior laden, and you see that in football, obviously. Things like, oh my God, they're so big. Where the girls, not really. If she's a 5'10" girl, she probably was that at freshman or sophomore year anyway.
Right, and so you want to take advantage of the speed and just the athleticism, and that's what they do. And as we've seen both coaches, and there you see the Santa Ma Lady Gators as the officials will head to midfield, and we are moments away from the start of this game. And we'll talk about the girls' district and what we expect from these teams as the night goes on. This is our second game here at the Pit in 3 days. And that's actually we're going to have 3 soccer games in 7 days here at the Pit. So I'm learning my routes from the other side of the parish as we go. But we had the boys soccer match between East Ascension and Santa Ma. Santa Ma boys won that one 2-0. And you see the girls' records right there. And the Dutchtown is on top of the district as far as record goes, and kind of the power rankings as well. And we'll get through these teams after we open up. But East Ascension right now has the second best record in the district.
Right. It's early, obviously. This is when they'll go into round 2 of district play, so it's early on there. But it's good to see the Ascension teams on the top so far.
Right, and this is a district that really hasn't changed. In football, it's changed. On the boys' side, it's changed because on the boys' side, they had traditionally played with Central Lafourche and Thibodaux and H.L. Bourgeois, but it's always been the Ascension-Livingston district on the girls' side, at least over recent history.
Certainly somewhat more recent, but it used to be Baton Rouge, obviously much more natural. Yes. And it used to be the river parishes, Harnville, Destrehan. Oh, my gosh, that was some late nights right there.
Exactly.
But Livingston, it fits well, and certainly Baton Rouge, when we used to have to be Baton Rouge and St. Joseph's. But, these ones, you're close by there.
Right. And traditionally, it's been a district that Santa Maria and Dutchtown have usually finished 1-2 in some sort of fashion, and East Ascension is right now trying to get into that top 3 discussion as we are now underway, and they're going to try to have a race to the corner
nice
here.
Little play there. I like that.
And they get possession. They're going to fight for it. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be White throw in for East Ascension.
That was obviously a play they had constructed for kickoff, and some people argue you can't really have a play for that. It's like, yes, you can. That was nice. To get a throw in down there early on, it's a good spot.
Absolutely. Trying to take advantage of that speed, maybe catch them napping a little bit.
Especially at the very outset when you haven't done a couple of sprints.
But now it looks like Santa Maria's got themselves under control right now.
That's a nice diagonal ball.
And a good header, and now we see the Lady Gators with possession. As the ball moves to the East Ascension side for the first time, center pass, not there, and cleared by the Lady Spartans, and now they have a bit of a run. 3 girls, and taking the left side, number 11, Pransky. And
we watched her in the playoffs last year. She had a lone roll up top against Dutchtown, and obviously she's a year older and wise, and looks like she's got some early support there as well. And of course, we're literally 90 seconds in, but that was a nice little run.
So East Ascension putting the pressure early on.
They started well, yep. That's a good ball defensively. I see, and look, they're going to get the throw in over halfway line there.
So that's a break for the Lady Gators as they're going to set up.
Right.
And now the throw in coming for Santa Maria. And a good ball to Bridgewater. That was taken from number 2, Oakwin. Now they'll set up on the right side, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Black throw in. So the all-white East Ascension versus the all-black Santa Maria here tonight.
It's like good versus evil. It's like a Star Wars or something.
Exactly.
Right. I'm still getting used to the road team in white.
Yes. Trying to get it into the box, and it goes out. And it'll be white ball.
You could see early on there was definitely some close attention to Bridgewater of Santa Maria. I'm assuming she's one of their top goal scorers. She's a very, very good player. Yeah, leading scorer, 30 goals.
Yes.
And you could see when she had the ball, looked like she was going to play it off there. There were 2 people very, very close to her there. She's not going to get too many one-on-ones, I wouldn't have thought.
Right, and she's one of the seniors that was honored here, and I've been covering this team since her sophomore season, and she's been a scorer from the get-go.
Her brother was an excellent player here as well.
Yes, I remember him as well.
Very, very good. A lot of variety in his goal scoring.
Right. So here's an opportunity for
a little bit of space here.
The Gators. She's gonna cross.
It's a good cross.
Trying to get the header to Bridgewater. Not there, but still in the box. Still in jeopardy here, and it's cleared.
Nicely cleared. That was a really good ball in. The defenders were facing the goal. That's really hard to handle that.
Right.
You sometimes just give up a corner kick and be happy about it.
Now they'll set up again, and it's in space. Now centered. Look like they're going to make an attempt from Humphreys. Blocked. Now getting it to Bridgewater in the box. And another wide shot, and it'll go out. Goal kick.
Good to take the shot, though.
So this district, Chris, we talked about it, and as far as the district goes, right now, one of these 2 teams, whichever team wins here tonight, is going to be 2-0 in district, and they're going to be in really good shape. Of course, everybody's chasing Dutchtown right now.
Sure.
They're ranked number 5 in the power rankings, but after Dutchtown in that one spot, you have these 2 teams as well as Denham Springs, who are having nice seasons so far.
You definitely include Denham Springs in the conversation for sure. Yes,
right.
Yeah. And I know on the boys' side, they are fantastic.
Yes.
Denham Springs, they are really, really. That's going to be a great matchup coming up, I think, Santa Mar, Denham Springs pretty soon. Is Hannah May going to get to that? She does. Recent LSU Eunice signee for soccer. She's going to continue her career. It's
very
good
nice.
To hear. Yep, it's good to hear. She's been a very solid player, and I know Coach Splitlog, the Coach Jennifer's assistant, she's been like a goalkeeper specific coach, and she's worked wonders with Hannah. Hannah was very vocal even as a freshman, and you need that as well. So Hannah's I think kept EA alive in quite a few games in her 4-year career.
So we have a throw-in for the Lady Spartans. And, of course, we have you here tonight, and you've had a lot of experience with this girls team. And we talked about how, they're having a very nice season right now, and they're in the discussion here for possibly a postseason.
Sure.
And so why don't you talk about how the girls program has progressed over the years from your days to the Jennifer Franklin days as well.
That was a good catch by Hannah. If that had bounced in front of her, that could have been real trouble right there. Jennifer's done well. I was blessed with. I had 15 years, and I was blessed with a lot of talent. And there was a big senior crew that left after. Then Coach Jennifer took over, so she's been building it up, and it's really nice to see that as well. Ball just goes out for Santa Mar there.
Right. We have a little bit of information about her that we'll share with you. We have some bios on the two coaches that we'll bring up.
She's got like a network right there. She's got a whole system there.
That's what I wanted to bring up, is the fact that you have about 3 or 4 assistants and they kind of relegate different parts of the team.
Absolutely.
So who are some of these? We have the assistant coaches. We have Coach Val, Coach Pedro, Coach Jackie, and Miss Leland. And Miss Leland is really the director of the operations. But
she is.
But what's your knowledge on all these assistants as
I know
well?
Coach Val's her number one, and being a goalkeeper specific, I remember playing against her for years when she was at Woodlawn. And Woodlawn, I'll be polite, they were not a very good team, but oh my gosh, she was so hard to score on. Yes. So we'd end up winning 2-0 with like 5,000 shots. And Val was great. And look, she's stuck with it, and I know she's brought along Hannah really well. That means she's even got probably even more work when you've got a senior goalkeeper. That's pretty easy stuff for you. There's not a huge amount you're teaching each other, but just the psychological stuff. But she'll have to work on that next year with a new one. Coach Pedro, he's a legend of Ascension Parish. Obviously, his daughter plays. I coached his older daughter, and he's just one of the true Ascension soccer figures. We tend to say legend a lot, but true figures, and he really has put in so much. And he's the head boys coach, so.
Right.
And again, of course, he can be out here. His wife's going to let him out for the yard pass because daughter's playing.
Yes.
But he's really done a lot of work, and he's great with the grassroots, with the JV players, and very, very good stuff. And, having someone for strength and conditioning when you have the 4th block PE, that helps. Having the bus driver, having paperwork. Oh, my God, paperwork's a nightmare. I had to, once a season, I used to have to cancel practice to do paperwork. It's terrible.
Yes. So it's good to have somebody that can help you out with that as well. Yeah, I see that at Dutchtown as well. My office is right across from the athletic secretary, and the stuff that they have to do and the stuff that comes in every day, it's wild.
There should be more assistant ADs, I think, because I know it's tough on the ADs who are invariably the football coach, and they're busy.
So it looks like so far here today, you got Santa Mar putting a little bit more pressure on East Ascension as the game progresses.
Yeah, that little opening 90 seconds or so was solid from EA, and it actually came from the kickoff. Here's Pransky making a run. But it looks like Santa Mar, they haven't stamped their authority fully, but they're definitely taking over a little bit more in the middle here.
And here's an opportunity that's taken by the goalie.
And Santa Mar defense, they've got to be on alert there. There was one, I was looking at one of their matchups in the season, and they played Loyola, and it was 4-4. And that, to me, spoke volumes. I know they just played Pope St. John St. John Paul II.
Right.
And they lost that 3-2, but that's a good game. Here comes Bridgewater.
Right. She was
Just
our
run
color
out.
analyst for that game, for the boys game, and she said she was kind of a little bit disappointed in her team's performance because they fell early at the half, but they did make a bit of a comeback, but it was not enough. But she was hoping for a bit of a comeback here tonight because of that loss. She really wanted to get that game on Saturday, but it didn't go her way. But tonight is another opportunity, and it looks like they're up for it here so far.
A loss before playoffs, beg your pardon, a loss before district play is no bad thing. It really kind of gets you. We talk to football coaches, they're like, I think I'd rather be 4-1 than 5-0, and before district.
Right.
But yeah, they had a game. It was 4-4, bouncing around top of the box here. It was 4-4 with Loyola, and I thought that was fantastic. Loyola's #1 in Division 4, and to score 4 on them is like, holy cow. But also they did get score 4 on, but that really said a lot to me. I was impressed with that. I really was.
Yes, and they played a really, really hard schedule.
They have. They played Dominican, who we know, and I think they won it last year, didn't they? But,
yes, they did.
They had Dominican. I know they've had Vanderbilt. Check my notes. U-High is always solid. So they've had some blowout. You need the mixture. You don't learn much from winning 6-0. But that's all. Even losing to St. Michael's, which St. Michael's are a very, very good team. But yeah, played Dominican, Loyola, St. Joseph's, Lakeshore, Vanderbilt. That definitely gets you ready. That gets you battle tested. So when they play somebody really good, also like Dutchtown, it's not something new for you. You've seen it before.
They had an opportunity for a moment there from the corner kick, but could not pull anything off. We are now about 11 and a half minutes into our first half. No score between East Ascension and Santa Ma. And we talked about the schedules, and we talked about earlier how Santa Ma has a losing record and East Ascension has a winning record. And I think you brought it up really well. When you talk about the difference between the two, as Bridgewater trying to get into traffic, can't quite make it.
Yep.
And I think it has to do with what you were talking about there. When you have an experienced team in a built program, you kind of want to play those games.
You do.
To get that experience when it comes to the postseason.
Yes.
Goes out of bounds, and it'll be white ball. And when it comes to East Ascension, though, and they played a little bit of an easier schedule, but when you're a young team and when you're trying to build momentum, you kind of want to get some wins.
You can't get beaten down. I think Coach Jen's done as well as she could there. Ava Lambert trying to find Prensky.
Right.
Looks like Santa Ma's taking care of that. Oh, well kept in there. Well, that's a nice little triangle. Ooh, that's very nice.
And now here comes an opportunity for the Lady Gators. Tomplay on the left side, and it's knocked out by number 21, Pransky.
Yep, that's Sister. Nice little run from Santa Ma on the left there.
We have a trip and a whistle, and we're going to get a free kick.
Tricky. Let's see what Hannah does. She's already going to her post to line up the wall.
Sutton, number 29, will take it.
Yep.
And
not a yellow card or anything. It's definitely a free kick, though.
And it looks like actually Lillian Oquin is now going to be ready, and as East Ascension sets up their defenders.
Lillian Oquin. Last saw her, she was like 6 years old. Jeez.
They grow fast.
They do. So it looks like Hannah May's got her post covered. She's going with 3, and then she's covering that open area. So that sweet spot would be top left if she could float it over. And, of course, if anything bounces out, see where Bridgewater's positioned.
And go straight to her.
But keeper needed to hold it as well. Otherwise, that might not have worked out.
Good job by Hannah May. We saw that in the boys' game. There were a couple of shots on goal that the goalie was able to stop, but then lost possession and nearly turned into a disaster.
Right.
And here's an opportunity down the field, as now it's cleared by the Lady Gators.
See, and again, I apologize for it. I keep going back to Loyola, and you can see with Santa Ma, it's like, oh yeah, they can score. They've got the weapons, but you can also see there's a couple of shaky spots defensively. And that's how you get. Girls don't score many goals, but 4-4, that's a boys' game.
Exactly.
It's like Sanum Denim boys type thing. But yeah, so that shows you they can be lethal and they can have a few defensive slips, which they've held their own very nicely so far.
Right. Usually when you see the high-scoring games, it's usually, you know,
8-0.
a mismatch. Yeah.
If it's an 8 goals, it's
right.
7-1 or 8-0, right?
Exactly.
It's not 4-4. I don't think I ever had a 4-4. I had like 2 3-3s, maybe.
Yes.
They're working this left side very nicely again.
And that's
Tom
play again, yes. And now they go center.
EA defensively following there, not lunging in. I think that was Lambert clearing it there.
So Tom play will throw it in.
They're definitely getting some production. Let's see what the throw is like. The pit is legendary for, you know, Coach Garcia. It's like mandatory for Santa Mar boys for these long throw-ins, and it's like a girl's cross. Let's see what we got here.
Trying to get it to Bridgewater over her head. Cleared. And the Gators will set up again. Tried to get it to Tom play, and not a good pass.
Almost like they
had save.
Oh, good save, yeah.
Madison Parker.
That play just back there, it's like she had too much time. Sometimes you can overthink it.
And now here's a
chance.
A good one. Yes, and it goes out into the stands. And so it'll be another throw in. So right now it's basically just East Ascension trying to dodge the bullets right now.
It is. It's definitely the tide has turned now. I haven't seen the Santa Mar goalkeeper for a little while. I don't know if she's doing her homework or something.
Perhaps. There she is at about the 20-yard line. So she's
she wants to see what's going on.
Yeah, creeping up, trying to stay busy.
Yep. She did. She dealt with that cross a few minutes ago. Yep.
Yeah,
nice little crowd. That's a decent little crowd tonight on a cold Monday evening.
And so yes, there was a good crowd on Saturday too. It's a little cooler though, as we're getting into the 50s today. So. It was warm on Saturday.
I watched some of the Saturday, getting the second half of the Saturday. It was a good crowd as well. But once that sun went down, that was the end for the temperatures. Yeah, it was kind of muggy almost Saturday.
Yeah, it was. It was very sunny. They did a good job of picking the days, because you got the Saturday, Monday split there, and on Sunday, basically everything came down, and this is where you're very grateful. We talked about this on Saturday. You're very grateful to have these turf fields.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Yeah,
because this field would have been a mess after Sunday's rain.
Right.
They'd be playing in slop today.
And when it's district, you play on. Let's just watch this play. It was a very nice save from Champagne, the goalkeeper. It wasn't going in, but again, if it bounced in front of her, let's just see here.
Shot wide.
If it had bounced in front of Champagne, that would have been trouble. So she had to make that choice and lunge at it. It was a fairly, long range, low percentage chance, but it was still a really good decision on her part to not let it bounce. And on turf, they can really bounce more. Grass kind of catches it more, especially if there's a second bounce. But turf, they can do some real kind of crazy bobbles there. But no, they're so lucky not having to line a field. I'm very jealous.
Yeah. So you had to play a lot of games on just rundown fields, saturated, soft fields.
Yeah, begging somebody to use their turf, and now we're spoiled. And I think all the Livingston schools are turf as well, aren't they? I believe
so.
I think so. Denham was before.
Right. We went to the football stadiums. I assume they use those over in Livingston as well. And the only one we didn't see last year was Walker, but the other two are.
They have to, they do. Live Oak. I think Live Oak was the first when they opened up their new campus. They got the turf, and then Denham was soon after. I'm sure Walker same. You have to do everybody same time.
Yeah.
But it is nice for Ascension schools. It's really good.
So we're about halfway in.
Yep.
And still no score, as we have the Gators and the Spartans for the girls' match here on Monday night. And so you've been out of this for a while, but you still stay involved with soccer here in Ascension Parish, though.
Sure, I keep up on the scores, keep up on the message boards and stuff like that. And of course, I teach a couple of these kids right now as well.
Yes.
Is Prensky
shot on
making a
goal
run
straight to Champagne.
Yep. The angle was there for the keeper, and she should make that save, which she did. It was very, very solid. Sophomore.
So yeah, you stay pretty knowledgeable. I saw you on the field before the game talking to both coaches, so I know you know most of these people, and you like to stay informed with all this. I mean, it's hard to get out of it completely. Right?
It is, and I have no reason to. There's no bad feeling or anything, but I like it once again in a while, get a little yard pass from the wife and go and watch, especially I love going to watch a boys game or something. And to be honest, January and February is the time to do it. November is like other things going on, but seeing that the end of the season, especially a playoff game, it's so much fun, isn't it?
Oh, I loved watching them last year.
Yeah.
And here's an opportunity and a wide open shot, and it goes straight to the goalie, and May grabs it. Shot from number 29, Mallory Sutton.
Yep.
And this is what we saw from the boys a lot. You see a lot of East Ascension going quickly on transition, as a lot of the game's been played on the other side of the field, but when they have an opportunity to go very quickly downfield, that's what the boys did on Saturday, and the girls tried to do that earlier with the shot on goal, but they were trying to do it here, but kind of stymied there at midfield right now.
Quick counter-attack method there. And Sutton, she has 9 goals on for the season, so she knows the back of the net there. Sophomore, that's a pretty solid amount there. I presume second to Bridgewater, I believe so.
Yes. And here's an opportunity in the corner as we see Sutton racing to the ball.
Got a lot of time now.
Now in the box, nice move. Now shot on goal, hits the post.
I think it was a save by Hannah. I think it's going to be a corner kick.
It was near the post. May not have hit it. Let's see it on the replay what we have here. Yeah, May kept it from hitting the post.
Yeah, and I think if she doesn't get that, I don't think it goes in, but it's pretty close. As a goalkeeper, you can't risk that, though.
So here's another opportunity.
Good corner, deep.
In the box, header, setting up right.
It didn't look like EA were ready for that. It didn't look like Santa Mara was ready for that. That was a really good corner.
So, fight for the ball. Here's a shot, and the goalie, May, is going to have to grab that. She had to.
I would imagine she called for that.
Yes.
I don't think the defender was shirking her responsibilities.
Right.
She probably heard a yell that we wouldn't hear from here.
You saw 2 Lady Gators in close proximity right there. Now you have Leah Pransky.
Yep.
Yeah, she
got
blocked out of bounds.
Leah Pransky up top, and Paige is her senior sister defensively. They probably keep them apart on purpose, keep the family happy.
Yeah. And so we have a sub coming in, 24, Claire Delaney checking in, and number 10, Kylie Wagispak will check out. So the throw-in coming from Madison Abear, one of the freshman Lady Spartans. And they go to the corner, nobody home.
That's a tricky spot there, though. That's hard to see what Santa Mara get that out. Just went out, so yeah.
So they're still there.
Yep, a little bit further up. Let's see if they have a throw-in specialist that Coach Garcia would love. Let's see. Looks like it's going short.
And there's a shot wide. Wagispak's going to get that. So we are now
Champagne.
Oh yes, excuse me, Champagne with the save, the easy one. And now they're setting up and pass.
Ooh, that was
wide.
If they'd have got that through there, she would have been off to the races.
Exactly. So the Lady Gators, we talked about the coaches on the East Ascension side, and basically it's Jolie Hartman, and she has been around this program forever, both as a player and as a coach. As we see, we'll wait a second here as there's an opportunity for
closed down well.
And tackled and no whistle.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
That was very good pressure, the first defender, then cover from the second defender. That was well done there.
Little pinball.
Yeah.
And it'll be white throw in, but Jolie Hartman, of course, she's played for the Lady Gator, so she's kind of a lifer.
She is, yeah.
Been there for 11 years, and she's 125, 90, and 23. Teams always make the playoffs.
Yep.
She's won district 3 times.
Yep.
She's been coach of the year 3 times. She's been Metro coach of the year 3 times. So she's one of the best here in Ascension Parish, and she played 4 years.
Oh yeah,
at Santa Mara, and she was all district, and she was a senior all-star, and so she was she's even a homecoming queen.
And her sister was, it was either homecoming queen or prom queen, and nobody was surprised.
Right.
With Jolie, I think it was more of a sympathy vote, but you know how that goes. But no, I have many memories of playing against Jolie and coaching her a little bit in club, a couple of games. But we were fortunate enough to beat them on their senior night. I think her years probably we went 2-2, something like that. And the game finished. It was 2-1, something like that. It was 3-2. It was very close. And she is like pounding the ground, and you could see like now as a coach, you're like, yeah, I'll take 11 of those. You know, yeah. She was a real warrior. She wasn't like the MVP of state type level, but she was a real grinder and look, her mother's athletic secretary. Yeah, just it's in their blood, and I can't believe 11 years have gone already. Coach Nakan, my very good friend, he did it for 8 years, and that felt a long time. And here she is on year 11. It's like, wow. I still think she's like the young one,
Yeah, she's
the young buck. And
she's kind of the old guard now.
Right, and I used to get the text like, hey, what did you do in this situation? And I don't get those anymore because she's been there and seen there and done it,
Right.
It's funny.
And she's a pretty good analyst, too, just like
you
you
are.
are.
She is. She's good. Yeah, she's very good. She's very solid.
Yeah, she's been very helpful. She does sideline reporting for us during the football season, and then she does whenever the girls aren't playing. She always pitches in. So she's just somebody that you love to be around and to have on your side here in Ascension Parish.
She's real spirited. Yeah,
absolutely.
She always asks me if I'm going to the shout out. I tell her no every year, but I think she wants it. But yeah, she's. Again, if you're a principal, forget the soccer, you want people like that at your school, especially these community schools. And we have very, very good schools. We're blessed in this parish. Jeff, you know that.
Yes, absolutely.
We're very blessed. So, yep, it's good. It's good stuff.
And
all right, 13, just under 14 minutes to go, and it's kind of leveled out again. Hannah hasn't been as busy in goal. I think Coach Jen will be, there goes Coach Jen on the ball. I think Coach Jen will be the happier of the two coaches, even if it's 0-0 at the half.
Right.
Bridgewater has, and a couple of shots are going to be coming in at some point here. It's impossible not to. But overall, I think they'll be happy. Probably wants a bit more offensive output, no doubt. And I don't think we've had any subs, have we?
We had one sub on the East Ascension side.
Okay, I missed that one.
Yes.
But and that says a lot for Sanama. They're not just having their way and rolling through. They're like, we're going with this 11. Here we are. And, so we'll see how it goes to the half.
Right. And it's kind of similar to the boys' game in the first half. We had some shots on goal. We had some opportunities that didn't quite make it. And we had 0-0. Looked like we were going to go 0-0 into the half. And then in stoppage time, Santa Maria got a late goal. As here's an opportunity for the Lady Spartans.
Well, I think
left side.
She probably should have passed it to her teammate up front there. I'm trying to see who it is up front there for. I can't see the numbers too well.
I believe.
Is it Carty, number 8?
It may be.
I can't tell.
Yes.
I can't tell from there.
It's tough to see.
It is.
The numbers are smaller than they are on a football field.
They are. All right, now here's a potential through. That's a good ball. Not offside either.
No, not. Shot on goal, straight to May.
Pretty good defensive work there. It made her a little unsighted, and they needed that because this right here, that was looking dangerous.
Yes.
Right there, but that was just good to get in the way there. That was Sutton again, the second top goal scorer.
As I said, it's kind of similar to the boys' side here.
Yeah, wasn't the second goal for Santa Maria also at the end of the half?
About the final 2 minutes.
So,
yes.
Yeah, so very, very close.
There was a corner with about 2 minutes left in the game with it 1-0, and that game was the outcome was in doubt all the way to the final minutes.
It's crazy how that goes.
And that's what happens when you have a low-scoring game. Anything can happen. I think that's what East Ascension is trying to do here.
No doubt. No doubt.
Just stay the course. Maybe steal a shot or two and see what happens. And that's what they've done.
They're TCU. They know they don't play in the SEC. They're trying to hang in there. This is a very good run right here. She avoided a couple of one was a little heavy challenge there.
And going to the corner, knocked away by Bridgewater. So East Ascension catches a break and will throw it in.
They did. Was that Prensky, number 21? Lost my spot.
Yes, it is.
It is. Yeah, she did a good clearance.
That's Paige Prensky.
Paige Prensky. Yep. Aaliyah's up top. That was a good choice. It just happened to come off of Bridgewater, but she was like ready to kick that in row W or X just to give herself a little breather.
And now the
Looks
short
like
throw in.
Tempo's up a little bit more for Sanama as
Right.
well.
They seem kind of anxious here.
Yeah, and that will kick in with the time. Probably Coach Jolie is trying to up the tempo a little bit there, I would think.
And the cross, that was from Wagisback trying to get to Bridgewater. Now a shot on goal and blocked.
That would have been tough for Hannah May in goal. I'm not too sure she would have been able to see that as well.
Right. But here comes the pressure again, and a whistle. That was a handball.
Haven't had many fouls. Local game like this, we haven't had too many fouls, and all of them been right. Was it handball they called?
I believe they did. I may.
It's the same result no matter what.
I think it was. I thought I saw that indication. Wagisback will.
Oh, we've got some good technical people here. Look at this. All right, ESPN. Yep, it was a little handball. I don't know if she planned it on purpose there, but it was definitely to slow down, and it's the same result, and I'm glad the ref didn't give a yellow card. He didn't need to. I don't know this ref, actually. That's a decent little ball. Oh, my gosh.
Offsides? That's close to being offsides there.
She timed it, though, from it's where the kick takes place there. So
and
then she ran.
Okay, then
so
she
you
did
look
jump
like
ahead,
that.
yes.
I thought her choice of a first-time touch was excellent.
Yes.
I think EA was a little fortunate. It went straight to in Hannah's vicinity there.
So
that was a really good free kick and a really good first touch.
That was probably Bridgewater's best opportunity at scoring here tonight.
She was unlucky not to go in there. So if they get another free kick like that, watch out for that.
Yes.
That's a very special play.
So we're about 75% in here in the first half, 9 minutes left. So we're 31 minutes in, and Racing trying to get there, but they
see what the keeper
send
does
it
with
to
this.
Champagne. They'll set up.
That's very nice.
So fight, and I think that's going to go to Sanama. Quick throw in. And here's a chance for Bridgewater.
Yep. 2 versus 2 situation here.
Right corner, there's somebody set up at center, and it gets through.
Went through everybody. It's going to go for a throw in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mallory Sutton trying to come through. Just misses behind her slightly.
If you're Coach Jolie right now, you're like, let's get one before the half. Let's really turn the screws here and see if we can get one before the half. Yep.
That kind of takes the pressure off of you a little bit.
It does, and it changes your halftime team talk a little bit. It changes EA's for sure. But yeah, you can see it. I think at this stage, especially right now, these last like 6-7 minutes, EA might be very happy to get in at the half 0-0. I'm not sure that's going to happen. Here we see.
And trying to get it over left side to Leah Pransky, and she has it.
She's going to need some support, though.
Yeah, they're trying to
she
get.
got the throw in. She got the throw in out of it.
That number 16, Rochester, I believe. I believe that's 16.
Is it 16? I can't tell.
It's hard to tell.
It is.
So there's Leah Pransky trying to get a little push, no whistle. Champagne gets it. And so goes out. And that'll be another white throw in there. They go in quickly. And only 3 players in that final 30 yards. And Sanama clears it as they try to get it through to Bridgewater. Ooh. Here's an opportunity. The goalie trying to get there, and it's blocked.
Ooh.
And they clear it very wisely.
Yes, very wisely.
I didn't know if May was going to get to it.
She made the decision, and she went out, and she went low as well. That was really good.
Right.
And the defender has to clear that. Goalkeeper should not have to make 2 saves there.
So when you're racing there and you got that opportunity, you got the angle, I guess. Yep. You're playing the angles when you get close, right?
Absolutely, yeah. You study, you put rope out, and you work out the angles. And May went down low, and you see Bridgewater's speed there. That was impressive. Okay, so we got number 9, Humphreys, taking the throw. She's one of the seniors. I like this uniform. It's kind of a retro thing going on here.
Absolutely.
Six minutes to go. Probably not much injury time to be added as well, though, I don't think. We had the couple little fouls. We've had no goals so far. But, yeah, I don't think they'll go much over the 40 minutes.
So right now, as you said, EA kind of in that survival mode, get to halftime
Yeah,
with
I would say so.
with no score.
Right. I would say you kind of living to fight another half, as it were.
Contact out of bounds.
EA
White.
ball. Is this who we have got coming in here?
Right. Have another substitution.
Ponytails getting in the way. 6.
Val Bernal, number 6.
Don't see 6.
The match.
I believe that is Valerie Bernal.
Okay.
I think that's who it is, and she's
replaced Rochester, number 16.
She follows many Bernal families. Oh no, Bernal is number 7, I believe. Let's see if we can work that one out.
Right. Well, they're trying to work out a goal here on the far side as they try to. You have Sutton and Bridgewater, their 2 strikers, down close in the box. Now they'll set up left wing. Shot on goal wide.
Does list number 7 as Macy Johnson, a freshman. We'll check on that.
If you're hungry, the concession stand has taco soup and homemade cookies.
I find it kind of interesting here as they're setting up the corner kick. Everybody's sitting on the visitor side. That's happened both nights. They don't sit on the home side.
No. It's LHSA ruling as well. Let's just see this corner. Woo! Ooh. Let that girl take it. Don't get in her way.
There's a strike right to the goalie.
Straight to keeper. Yeah, LHSA, because we don't have the crowds of football by any means, and it's not like, pro soccer where they even segregate the fans and the like, but no, they're all on one side, away from the benches, and that's how the referees wanted it, and that's fair enough.
That's smart.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't want anybody heckling any
correct
coaches or referees
close by.
Or kids.
These are kids. Like that. Every now and then we used to have JV games, and we would put our benches by our crowds, and our parents used to like that. We used to have, but it was JV. It was fun,
Right.
But yeah, if you're set up that way, the referees will move you. They'll make you switch. Make you move the benches. Yep.
Glad I asked that question.
Yeah.
Learning new things every day.
But it's tough because you think like basketball. Oh my gosh, you're right on top of them sometimes.
Exactly.
I'm sure you guys have done basketball playoff games. That can be intimidating. My goodness, they are on top of you there.
Oh, here's an opportunity, and nice defense.
Good defending. Yeah.
And it's cleared.
I think the player was looking to hit it first time, and the defender, she shut that option out there.
And that was the girl who just came in. Now here's another opportunity, but offside.
Just offside, and Pransky's a finisher, so that's an interesting one. I have to see who's up front there. I still can't see that number next to Pransky.
Well, that was the girl who came in earlier. We weren't sure who that was because of the numbers. That was Leah Pransky, though, who was offside.
And I think it was the right call there as well.
Now, quick throw in, trying to get something. There's only 2:44 left. And as you mentioned, Chris, probably not much stoppage time. So we're probably looking at about 3.5 minutes if you're lucky. And there's a push from behind, and it's taken by the goalie.
I think if something bad had happened, I think it might have been a free kick the other way there.
I think so.
A little bundled over. Let's see, she's shadowing it. Yeah. And the play was able to finish out of its own volition.
And now some pressure from the Lady Spartans trying to get a goal in that transition. Counter-attack, and here's a shot. Nobody home.
Yeah, nice diagonal ball, nice idea, but a little too hard, and Champagne's going to take care of that, no problem. Decent punt as well. Look, I think right at 49-yard line.
And
stays
inbounds.
Yep, well kept in.
Bridgewater trying to get it down low to Sutton. She's there. Shot wide.
That's close. That's very close. And that goes back to Tom play, keeping the ball in down below here. Like the play before that there. That's where she wishes she had that one back there, I think. Okay. But Tom play keeping the ball down on the left sideline there. That was the play. And it catches you off guard. And there was the quick counter there. And that's... They probably should have I think that was their chance to be 1-0 at the half.
Right. So Hannah May getting ready, taking their time. We are now inside of 2 minutes, and if you don't know, as we have, I believe, a handball right there. In case you don't know, the clock stops at 2 minutes, and they keep the time on the field to include stoppage time because It doesn't end at 0 because you have the extra stoppage time, so they just stop the clock completely.
Right. And there's no rule for the 2 minute. It can be, you can stop it with like a second to go. It's just the referee was, as that was happening, was looking at his watch there as well.
And so there's a pass downfield, and still
that was actually
contested.
well cleared there. That was well cleared.
It goes out, and it's a white throw in. So maybe an opportunity here for East Ascension.
Coach Jolie looks like she plays for EA down there. Look at her in the white top.
Same colors.
I don't know if she's gamesmanship going on there. I'm not sure.
And it's
crowded
cleared.
and cleared. Let's see what happens here.
Right, you have Bridgewater. You got around 6 defenders.
Yeah.
Probably she would have had to be Pele to get through that.
I think so. Yep. Rest in peace, Pele.
Absolutely.
Passed away. Yep. And there's that was. I don't think.
Yeah,
we may not have got to 40 minutes. We may not have even got. It was right on the money. He was ready for his hot chocolate there.
Exactly. So it's halftime, and we have no score between East Ascension and Santa Ma. And when we come back, we'll talk about everything in girls soccer in the district and get to the second half. We'll take a break. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
We just moved, so there's millions of...
Valley is in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew 1/4 of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new projects on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so...
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as...
Largemouth bass?
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Come see us at Ascension Equipment for John Deere sales and service. Save more today and mow tomorrow.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
The A-Team at Eustis Mortgage, here to serve all your home lending needs. Our company is a Louisiana-based family-owned mortgage company. Our mission is to provide custom-tailored mortgage solutions while educating our clients and providing the highest level of customer service during the transaction. Whether you're buying a home or looking to refinance, we would love to be of assistance to you. The A-Team at Eustis Mortgage is a proud supporter of Ascension Parish Athletics.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
For your car. The Ross Downing Buick GMC Buying Center wants to buy your car. It's fast, easy, and fair. No matter what make, no matter what model, no matter what mileage. The Ross Downing Buick GMC Buying Center wants it. And we'll pay you cash for it, even if you don't buy from us. It's the Ross Downing Buick GMC Buying Center in Gonzales. Cash for your car at the Ross Downing Buick GMC Buying Center in Gonzales.
This
is a walk-on athlete. They push harder and put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
It's halftime at the Pit on senior night for Santa Maria. No score between East Ascension and Santa Maria. Senior night for the three Santa Maria Lady Gators, Nia Bridgewater, Aubrey Humphreys, and Madison Parker. And I'm Jeff Forrest, and I'll be joined by Chris Goodall in just a moment. But you see the Lady Gators right there, Jolie Hartman, standing back and letting one of the assistants take care of some halftime discussions. As for the Lady Gators, their upcoming schedule over the next couple of weeks, you get into district play, and they've won their first district matchup and trying to get to 2-0 on the season as they defeated Live Oak 4-0 for their first win. That was on, I believe, Thursday night. East Ascension tonight. Right. They're going to play Walker, and that's one that they should be able to handle. And then you have the two tough ones, Dutchtown. That's going to be our game of the week on the 18th, and then Denham Springs.
And I believe EA, they beat Walker 8-0, so there is nothing to suggest Santa Maria will have any trouble with Walker.
Right.
Denham Spring, I would think they're the next one in that mix.
Right.
And definitely Dutchtown, of course. So EAs, they obviously have Santa Maria right now. That's a tough road right there. And then Denham Springs Friday. They get a little break with Live Oak. We'll say potentially a little break, and then you finish with Dutchtown, which is not a break at all.
Right.
But so it's kind of I would say that there's four of them, and EA is kind of clinging on in the mix with that there. Dutchtown definitely is the cream of the crop so far. I'm looking forward to the Santa Maria Dutchtown game, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you look at the power rankings for the state, it kind of illustrates why you bring up these things. As the power rankings go, Dutchtown's number 5.
Yep.
And so when you look at that right there, and Denham Springs is number 15, and this is why it's important for East Ascension. If they can sneak a victory out tonight, they need that. That could give them a winning record in district this season with the two tougher teams coming up.
They're at 32 right now. Walker and Live Oak won't help that much, and of course Live Oak will be looking to do the same. But if you can spring a win against Denham, which they did, they beat them 3-2 last year, I believe, that would really be a big deal for helping you move up. St. Joe's, St. Scholastica, no surprises there. Dutchtown 5th, obviously that's very good. Captain Shreve, they've been getting a little flack. They haven't traveled south, and they're coming south to play a Baton Rouge team. Baton Rouge High is not too good at all. So Shreve have avoided the top dogs, and
actually kind of surprised the Dominicans not there, but they lost their player, their star player, senior.
Yeah, she was an all-state in 2 sports. That was amazing. But I believe Dominican, that they're right up there.
Yeah,
and
they're still in the top 10, I believe.
Yes, no doubt, and that they will be. I will be very surprised if they were not in the semifinals by any means.
Right.
And especially their district, obviously when they play Mount Carmel, both of those two, they'll be absolutely in the conversation.
Yeah, and so to kind of finish the discussion on the district play, if Santa Maria can handle business and win this game in the second half, they finish with that tougher schedule.
Yep.
And so with the Dutchtown and Denham Springs, they win here today. There's no reason why they won't be 3-0 going into the tough 2.
Absolutely. No question about that. What they would probably on paper would look to do, just going back to the rankings, so Dominican is 7, Mount Carmel's 8. So they're right in the mix there. Yeah, absolutely.
So again, with that, and then you had the records again. And as we said, kind of the way the girls are going, Dutchtown's kind of on top.
No doubt.
And then you have Denham and Santa Maria kind of in the middle. East Ascension is not that far away, as you can see here tonight.
Right, and you can't discount Live Oak. You have a bad day. I could say Santa Maria or EA have a bad day. Live Oak could sneak it, or they could get a tie. Remember, the ties are there as well. But Denham Springs 15, that's impressive. That's an impressive. And look, when you're in January, of course, certainly the end of January, You are your record. You really are. There's no like hiding that out. And like Captain Shreve, I doubt they're listening to this game, but you know, they've still played some tough games, and by the time you calculate all those games together, you pretty much, that's who you are, very much so, you know.
It's not,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, it's not like football where you have some really tough teams in North Louisiana. And in South, I mean, in soccer, you have the New Orleans Catholic schools, you have the North Shore, and you have Ascension Parish.
We're in that band, aren't we, where we follow that Baton Rouge
and it's
to
kind of
North
everybody
Shore.
else.
Absolutely. And you'll have teams like Byrd and Caddo Magnet now and then. And, of course, you know, you include Lafayette in that metro, that 10-12 thing. And, yeah, you definitely include the North Shore in that, no doubt.
So the Lady Gators will have possession to start the second half as we see the East Ascension Lady Spartans coming out and ready to start their second half. It shows some warmth, I suppose. Let's look at what EA's schedule is going to be on Rev TV for the upcoming weeks. We have the girls' soccer games, and then we're going to go to basketball again as on the 21st, you have Dutchtown East Ascension girls soccer. 27th, EA at Santa Maria girls basketball. Then you get two boys games, Dutchtown and Santa Maria, coming up in February. As far as Santa Maria, they've got a lot of games coming up, and the big one that we want to talk about is Friday night, Dutchtown Santa Maria boys soccer.
That's a good one.
That's going to be for the early lead and the early favorite in the district and probably the power rankings as we look at the rest of it.
No question.
And you have the Santa Maria Dutchtown girls game, and then basketball. You have the round robin, everybody playing everybody here in the parish.
It's great with basketball. The district matchups, they're usually roughly the same time as soccer as well there. But yeah, your Dutchtown, Santa Maria boys soccer, I felt like 3 or 4 in a row. They were like 2-2 games. One was down 2-0. Like 6 minutes to go. You should not leave early for those games. They'll be riveting stuff, and they're never a blowout or anything like that. Coach Dyer's done a great job. Coach Garcia's done a great job. They're two excellent programs. Of course, Dutchtown last year, state finals.
Yep. They were able to break through, lost 1-0 to Catholic in the finals, but that was a kind of that was a big moment in Ascension Parish soccer because you finally broke through and beat St. Paul's, who is really the team.
Of course, no question about it. Yeah, when you look at like who is the definitive your marker against, Jesuit and Brother Martin, but it will be St. Paul's.
Yes.
Yeah, no question.
So here's an opportunity for the East Ascension and just creeping downfield.
Yep. These next 5-6 minutes will really be key here. They really will. I think the halftime whistle definitely suited EA there, so we'll see how Santa Maria comes out, see if they adjust their points of attack. I know on what's going to be the far left side now, they had a lot of success there.
So they're trying to diagonal straight to the goalie. Hannah May with the save.
Nice punt.
Yes, got it close to midfield.
Yep.
Now we have Humphreys for the Lady Gators pass out.
A little overhit.
And Lady Spartan possession.
Nice tempo at the start there. So as it should be, you've had your little break, you had a little refreshment. People haven't come off the field, got to catch a breath a second.
Right. It's interesting as Santa Maria chose to stay
Bridgewater,
on the sideline as Bridgewater has an opportunity, yes.
Skipping around a couple there.
And there's a shot straight to May.
Good shot, though. Good shot. That's a mark of a forward there. She probably had a potential pass options, but her first thought was like, can I rip one off here? Nice. I presume she's a lefty. Yeah, nice left-footed shot there.
So you've probably had a game or two, and I was noticing how the Lady Spartans chose a little bit of shelter, and Santa Maria stayed right on their sidelines. When you had a game, and it's approaching the high 40s now here at the pit. If you had a game in the temperature's in the 40s and it's at the half, where would you go?
We go in at this. Let me see what happens here a second.
Yes.
That was a nice little cut.
There's a shot straight to make.
If we're at EA, we go in the locker room. We go in the locker room just for a quick sit down, and we have to. I think the rule is you offer to the opposing team as well. If you're on the road, well, you're just stuck there. That little tunnel to the left of how we're watching it it's a decent spot there as well. But and you're telling the kids like, hey, even if you're sweaty, put on your hoodie, put on your pants if you need to.
Right.
But if it was a home game, yeah, we'd win in the locker room every time. If it was crazy muggy hot, we'd have the AC blowing. But just to catch your breath, and you got the benches laid out. You get 10 minutes. By the time you get there, you get about 8 minutes worth. It's not bad. Let's see, did that flick off? It did.
Yeah,
it must have flicked off of there. So EA throw, decent spot here.
Inch by inch here for the Lady Spartans, trying to get an opportunity, and it's taken away by Corey Bergeron.
That was Maxwell throwing it in there, number 20, she's a freshman.
And back to the throw-ins. Had plenty of throw-ins on the East Ascension side here tonight. Bergeron knocks it away, and the Lady Gators take possession.
I'd like to see that a little bit more from Sanma when defensively, and they're solid defensively, when they get the ball there, kind of crossing like 40, 45-yard line for the football lines, and just powering through, keep on making that power. And we saw it near the end of the half, right over the Gator logo there, and they made that like real big pushing move there, and that changes things up because it catches you off guard. She hasn't just done a pass, she's gone through two people there, and that like a marauding run.
So we're about 5 minutes in to the second half. No score. East Ascension, Sanama. Sanama had some prime opportunities in the first half.
Especially near the end.
Yes. As you had Sutton and Bridgewater with a couple of chances. You
keeping
have
it
one
in.
right here as she's just magic with that ball. And
She is. I think she's getting the corner out of it. Yep, she's getting the corner.
But as I said, it was kind of survival mode for a little while for East Ascension, and they made it through. And now here comes some more pressure from the Lady Gators on the corner.
And I'm assuming Coach Julie, it's none of this hanging around. It's like, let's really try and get it in this first 5-10 minutes of the second half, because they were unfortunate not to score at the end of the end of the first half.
And
that's a good ball back in there. Nice clearance.
Yes. And a nice rush from number 1, Oakland, to save it. But it goes out, can't get it over to Faulkner, and it'll be another throw-in for the Lady Spartans, and another crisis averted. But here comes a shot wide from Bridgewater. I tell you, everybody holds their breath when you see her with the ball.
It's like that in all sports, isn't it, where you have that really good player. I think Bill Parcells, you would tell, is it, who's the player? Keyshawn, help me out.
Keyshawn Johnson?
Yeah, and he would pull him aside. He says, there's a few players that can make a difference. Not everybody can. And you see that in all sports. When they get it, basketball, football, soccer, anything, it's like they're the difference makers. And Bridgewater, she's that level, of course.
Yes.
And it looks like, and I've been watching her body language, she's not getting frustrated. It's like, all right, plenty of time, and you can't get frustrated. Free kick. So let's see what happens with this one. Remember the one first half? That was a crazy little one where, and talking of Naya, where she had that little flick right into Hannah's path. And it's roughly the same distance as well. So it's not going to be a shot on goal.
Right.
Let's
31 yards out.
Yeah.
At the third, well, it's actually 41, but Kendall Wagisback with the kick. Make it to 26, so it's a 36.
Yeah, 36.
Yes.
Doesn't
having
that
trouble
help?
with my math.
That's all right.
That's why I work the ISS room now.
It's right.
And there's a shot wide.
You asked your principal if, hey, can I go back to teaching math? Like, no.
No.
We're just going to keep you right
I was
where
a
you are.
speech teacher, and it shows.
There you go. I was terrible at math.
Yes. Well, I think as far as this game goes, I'm sure that Coach Hartman is kind of disappointed that the girls haven't scored yet.
Right.
But I think she's got to be happier with her performance tonight than probably on Saturday so far.
Okay, yeah, I would think so. Look, first of all, you've got to have the effort, and the effort's there. They're not backing away from things. They're not skipping headed balls. So you've got to be happy with that. And look, let's face it, she could still win 2 or 3-0. There's no question about that.
Exactly.
Little ball come off of the shin there. I think that was Lambert.
Yeah. So it'll be Black and possession.
Maxwell trying to keep it in. Let's see who's throwing this in. Let's get some names.
It's Faulkner.
Is that Faulkner right
yes.
there? Yeah.
I saw her a moment when the hair moved.
Junior.
Oh, nice move. And now you had 3 downfield and pass right.
Good not diving in there. That almost looked like it could have been
wide
a foul.
And held on. Little
bubble.
Just,
bubble. Yep.
Had a little moment of indecision there, I think.
And she was lucky nobody was right in front of her there. And look, senior keeper, even as a freshman, if they're good enough, you should. You're the boss of the box right there.
So Wagasback in a hurry. The pass defended. Ooh, nearly a handball.
Yeah, you can see the intensity on both teams. I think 3 of the last 4 throw-ins have been a foul throw. And the referee, he looked like he was going to give it there, and he's just like, all right, it's not too bad. But don't do a foul throw. That's one that will annoy Coach Jolie or Coach Jen for sure. You're just like, all right, let me get this right here, especially if you're in a good position.
So I think East Ascension will prefer those long strikes a lot more than those close looks from Bridgewater and
no question.
And Sutton.
You want them from 30, 35 yards out. That's a whole lot better than 10 yards out. Not many people running off the ball for Pransky. That will be a little frustrating for her. Whoa.
Oh, here's a chance. And the goalie.
Champagne came out there. She came out quick because she didn't see, like anybody, she didn't expect that to come there very quick. So reaction off the line, and she was right on her line as well.
Right.
She had to react quick there. That could have been 1-0 right there. That was very, very well read.
This player, number 6, as you now hear, is an opportunity. And Bridgewater just ran out of space.
Yeah, good defending there. It's goal kick. Yeah, goal kick.
This girl, number 6, came in off the bench. As you see the replay there, came in off the bench, and she's had a couple of little pushes there for East Ascension.
Right.
We need to figure out who that is. I'm sure we'll hear it from the announcer. But I've been pretty impressed with her play so far as well. And goal kick goes out of bounds, so here's possession for the Lady Gators. Little high, goes out. Couldn't do much with it. 10 minutes in now, and still scoreless. East Ascension, Santa Maria. Rivalry game, and here's Leah Pransky trying. She's trying. She's got it. And still has possession. Shot, and it goes to Champagne.
Very well defended because she had her beaten there, and that was good defending there because Leah putting that there on the backside, that was very solid team defending right there. That's what you need district games because that could have been 1-0. That would have been fireworks, wouldn't it, if they took the lead?
Absolutely. So now possession for the Lady Gators. So now here we go with the Lady Gators again, and it's blocked out of bounds, and East Ascension will throw it in. See Coach Hartman and Coach over on the Coach Franklin on the Santa Maria, on the EA side, had a little discussion there, just trying to clear up a couple of things.
They didn't have to be separated, right?
No, it was friendly. It was friendly. No sparks. Nice block.
Coach Nakan, who ran this program for years, I'm godfather to one of his children there. And there'll be sometimes we'd finish this game and we kind of wouldn't speak for a couple of days. We didn't have to be separated, though.
Right.
His wife's too cute to be separated.
Collision, and it'll be free kick to the Lady Gators. And in a hurry, trying to set up, trying to catch them sleeping, but 4 defenders, actually 5, deep for East Ascension. They do not get through, and they'll set up again.
We've really good. This is a good game, guys. I know it's 0-0 and we want the goals, of course, but this is a really good tactical game here. And, of course, EA is undoubtedly the underdog, but they could have had a goal. They could have had a goal in the second half twice there.
Leah Pransky saves it, but it goes to the Lady Gators. And looking down the road probably will not happen, but you never know. if this game would end regulation at 0-0, it would just end as a tie.
Which is a shame. I used
Yes.
to love the overtime and penalty kicks. It'll make for late nights sometimes. Let's see what we got. No, no, no. And I get it with the tie. Tie is still very commendable, and it gets a little awkward for like working things out. Hey, NFL has ties. There's quite a few every year now, it seems. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think Santa would be disappointed with that. So let's see. We've still got 26 minutes to go. Good. That's a long time.
And it's going to get through and try to send it to Bridgewater.
Bounced off her shin.
Yes.
Nice turn.
Oh, and
She's
a
so
trip
quick.
and a whistle and a free kick.
All right, now this is an interesting spot. It's a little way out for a shot on goal, unless they've got something up their sleeves. And it's a little closer than that excellent one first half where they almost scored.
This is Aubrey Humphreys. No, they're going to go with Bridgewater. For a little added
Number
suspense.
25, Ava Lambert entering the game for the Lady Spartans.
This could be a big moment.
Yeah, let's see what we got here.
And 27.
This is when the stars shine.
Right now, the wall is 4 yards away. He's good. Looks. Why is he walking it? Use the football lines. Who would have thought? There we go.
Okay.
There you go. Could have saved yourself a couple of steps. All right, let's see. Oh, it's Bridgewater. She's probably going to crank it. Hannah's a few steps off her line.
And the shot high.
Ooh, that's not a bad try, though. That's not a bad. And look, she hardly opened up for that as well. She cranked that.
Yes, and so it'll be a goal kick. I did notice Cody Maxwell, number 20, coming out with an injury. They're taking a look at her.
And our mystery number, it's number 6. It is Bernal, and Valerie Bernal. She's one of 4 previous sisters who played. I got to coach them, and she's the baby again. She's in my class now, but the last time I saw her, she was like 6 or 7, and I think she's just made that movement up from JV to varsity.
Yes.
And she's been a spark. She's done very, very well. When you're the younger sister of 3 other players, you know, she's kind of been beaten down on the practice yard and all that. Yeah.
And how many times has she been watching?
Of course. Yeah, she's been to hundreds of games.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it goes.
As I was getting older and grey, I thought, I'm not going to get to coach her. But I had the other 3, and they were all wonderful, the whole family. So Bernal is our mystery number there.
There you go.
Yeah, good deal.
So we'll see what she can do here as we kind of a stalemate at this point. No score. And
almost to the halfway point.
Yes, of the second half, as it's now white possession.
Fatigue is going to come in a little bit. We'll see what the subbing does as well. We'll see if there's some subbing patterns, especially for those wide players. Some of the players are obviously not stepping off the field, no doubt.
And there's Bernal, and it's blocked. So we have this here, and we had the boys on Saturday as Leah Pransky trying to
good defending there, Santa
trying to do something with it, cannot. We had the boys Santa team beating East Ascension
2-0,
on Saturday. The boys Santa team will be back in action Friday night here at the Pit, and it'll be our next Rev game of the week, as it's the big one, Dutchtown and Selma. We talked about that a couple of times, but we'll be out here for that game, and everybody's looking forward to that one because that'll be a good test, because
that's like a playoff game. Yeah,
you have
absolutely.
you still have a young Santa team that's on fire right now, as we
still
have an
good.
opportunity here, and a shot, and it's taken by May.
Kind of a shot, kind of a cross, but May did what she needed to do there. Yep.
But the Santa team, they're very young. They lost a lot of seniors. They only have 2 seniors this season, but they have the highest power ranking in the district.
Right.
And, of course, Dutchtown's lost some players too, but they're still a solid state finalist from last season. Just gets through, and May's going to get to it.
They're a half yard short on that one. It doesn't take much for one of those to drop through, and then before you know it, then it's 2-0 as well. But, yeah, this is interesting. We're almost 3/4 through the whole game here and still tied up.
Yeah. So to finish the thought about Dutchtown and Santa, even though even though the rankings, you have Santa Ma ahead of Dutchtown, it's a good measuring stick for Santa Ma to see where you stand against one of the best teams in the state.
Absolutely.
And if they can win that one, they are in the driver's seat for a very high seeding in the playoffs and a district title.
Right. And look, you've got Denham Springs completely in that conversation as well.
Good choice. Away for a
good choice.
For a corner.
She's like, and I don't think Hannah would be calling that one like leave. It's like no, and the way she was facing, let me just go and kick that off towards that.
Right, you had on the far end, you had number 12, Natalie Heinz, who was waiting to pounce on it.
Absolutely, yep, absolute freshman. Let's see the quality. The last corner was very, very good as well. Let's see what we got here.
And it's a little long, but they're still setting up right side, but they lose it.
But they must practice that, and they probably practice at this field, so they should know. And there were too many further up towards the if you split the goal in half, like way towards the left there or to the front post. Oh, if she's going to crank it like that, and she's obviously not that tired, let's get a few bodies on the back post there.
Right, so you set everybody on one side, and you go to the other side and try to catch them on the wrong end? Is that what they're trying to do?
Or send someone like like a little screenplay, little play at the back there, even if she's heading it back across, because there's two really good deep corner kicks, which girls don't often do, and it kind of overshot them all there.
Oh, here's Leah Pransky. A chance.
Let's see what her touch is like.
She's got a shot. It's up, and it's blocked, and it's saved.
Wow. Superb save.
That was the shot. And Leah Pransky's got her hands on her head. She's like, oh, man, I had it. I had it.
Yep. So, this is, and Leah, what she is, she's a sophomore. Sophomore. Champagne, both goalkeepers were sophomore as well.
And now look at the transition, and it's going to go into the goal.
Look at that.
Wow. Bridgewater scores for Santa Ma.
Wow.
And that's that transition, that counterattack. Look at this. Just nice and easy.
Yep. That's amazing. That's soccer right there. I'm trying to, what was the gap between the goals? Like,
probably about 30 seconds.
30 seconds, but that shows you. You know, in football, you're talking about game of inches right there.
Might have been less than that.
Yeah.
And Santa Ma Lady Gators, Mallory Sutton.
Somewhere in the 15 to 30 second range, I would bet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's amazing.
And now that makes things much more difficult for East Ascension.
And you know, Bridgewater, she's good for one. You know she's good for one.
Yes.
Pransky's got to shake that off, and poor girl, it's a tough weight on the shoulders there. But you deal with that. She's a very special player as well. But here's the key now. Here it is. It's like, okay, EA,
nice.
What are you going to do here?
Trying to get it to Pransky in the center.
She would
4
love
defenders.
to score. But also, you've got to watch. It could be a double from Santa Ma before you know it. It could be another rapid-fire goal.
Right.
So if
and there's a shot, and
like the chance of this staying 1-0, I'd be surprised. I don't know.
Because you have to take more chances.
Of course you do. EA's going to. There's no honorable loss there. I'd rather lose 2-0 trying. But also Santa Ma, Jolie will be screaming at them. It's 0-0. Keep rolling, playing like that, because try and get the second one there. That was amazing, the time gap between those two. That really was. That was fascinating. Kept in by Lambert.
And saved.
It was a really nice finish from Bridgewater as well, because you saw Hannah coming in, didn't overhit it. The only thing that looked like it was going to stop it was if it hit the post there. That would have been about it.
Off the head. Maybe that was...
There's Lambert again. 25. Yep. Solid junior.
Still putting the pressure, but 6 back for East Ascension, and Leah Pransky loses it out of bounds. So quick throw in from Sarah Faulkner coming.
Timing is everything, right? Wow.
Yep.
That is. But plenty of time. If that was at the end of the game, kind of like the Santa Ma Denham the other day, it was like you don't have any more time. But here there's plenty of time for both teams to either add to their total or get on the board.
So here we go, setting up in the corner, cross, knocked away.
And I know Coach Jen, and I've certainly known Coach Jolie's philosophy, but he's a teenage girls, but it's that what can you handle, that mental adversity. And at this time of the season, you should be pretty hard. And You're losing to a team you shouldn't lose to, not EA in this case, but or your things are going bad against you, or the referee, you feel like the referees again. You got to process that. You got to work through those. It's all about adversity. I know in football that's a big deal, isn't it, as well?
Yes, exactly.
There's things going to go against you, and these are kids. We got to understand that. We understand that. Yeah.
They're not just kids. They're mostly freshmen.
Yeah, there's so many younger ones here. So you've got to give it your best shot. Stay level-headed and. Knowing both the coaches, they're doing a good job. Calm them down. Coach Jen's not screaming. It's like, well, time's not against us yet.
Right.
We can do crazy stuff later. And Coach Jolie is probably highlighting the positives they're doing and hoping, like, hey, we could add to this here.
Yeah.
So finally balanced in the way of psychology here as well. It really is. And I don't see the heads go down. I'm watching Pransky's body language. He seems solid and like, all right, I'm probably getting another 1.5 chances maybe.
Try to get that, but the bounce is just over her head.
Yep.
Oh, nice move.
That was nice, yeah. And
but couldn't get through the second player.
But her buddy helped her out there.
That was number 1, Lillian Oakwind.
Yep. I think she was the one who had that nice free kick earlier, first half.
Now Bridgewater can't do much. She's always bracketed.
She was doubled up, yeah. She was. Like the days of watching Jason Gary play here, he would get quadruple teamed. He'd still score 3 goals.
And there's a shot on goal, free, and corner coming to the Lady Gators.
Yep. Hannah Mays, I don't know if she's complaining about something or talking about something.
So
the fact of the corner, yeah.
Looks like.
So look, again, here we go. This has been my pet peeve of the night. For Sanama, let's see what they do. They got somebody going somewhat to the back post there, and they could have a special play where it's not as much. Yeah,
and they go back a little bit, and it's up for grabs. Goes to Hannah May.
They may have talked to each other and said, because I think it was the same kicker, saying like, "Hey, take a little off there."
Right. That was Sutton.
It was Sutton again. Yeah, she's good for the deliveries.
So we're inside of 15 minutes remaining plus stoppage time, which will not be much again, most likely so far.
Usually second half it's a little bit longer, but I don't know if this guy wants to go home or something. And we have had a goal, so you've got a little stoppage there, but there hasn't been many like hard fouls, or I don't think we've seen the trainers on the field, have we, at all?
No.
I don't believe. So
you had one injury, but she was able to make it.
She kind of got off to the sideline. Yeah. So I don't think we're probably not adding a huge amount here.
So quick throw in, nice pass.
A little overhead with a shin.
Yeah. What do you call that?
A crazy touch. Lucky touch. you didn't plan it with the shin, you know, and we all do it many times.
The diagonal gets
nice
through, but could not get to, I believe, Sutton, I believe that was, and maybe. It was
freshman Corey Bergeron re-enters the match.
That was Sutton who served it in, actually.
Okay,
yeah,
so that was.
I just got word from the statisticians that Corey was awarded an assist for that earlier goal.
That was, number 27, maybe, Noggle? Yeah.
Okay.
Isabella Noggle.
Sophomore. So it's exciting. Think of the next 2 years. These two programs, you reap the benefit of that. You really do. When you're going diaper dandies, then you do get the benefit, because I remember the district games, and when you've got that experience as a freshman, or more likely as a sophomore, that really holds you in good stead. Junior, seniors, it's expected of you, isn't it? You know. And if you can call upon some experience from your youth, that's great. And at 5A, that's tough to do at these schools, at 5A schools. It really is.
Good news for East Ascension, number 20, Cody Maxwell. She's checked back in.
Good.
So she's okay recovering from her injury.
I didn't actually see what it was, what she did there. She got a little banged up there on the leg thing. They've got great trainers here. Scott Arsenault, been at Sanama for 87 years. He does a great job, the whole program. All the trainers, again, Ascension schools, all the trainers, they're fantastic. We've gone to schools they had nobody. It's okay.
They have a lot of good student trainers as well.
Yes. There's an army. We have an army of them at our school, and I know Sanama very much on Dutchtown, undoubtedly. And that's a great old program for these kids if they want to do it in college. It really is.
Yes. Nearly an opportunity there, but
Redwell
cleared by. The Lady Gators have it, and that's Humphreys. And trying to get it over to Heinz.
One of the 3 seniors for Santa Maria. It is their senior night tonight, so you know they definitely want the win.
And hold your breath. Bridgewater's got it.
He's spinning.
Getting through. Look at this.
Oh.
And a nice pass, but saved
Ooh.
by Hannah May. Good pass.
I'm thinking Bridgewater's like, do I have to do it all here? Can somebody put it in? And that was
Shot
number
from
12, Heinz, freshman.
Yep. And now we have an injury.
Hey, we jinxed it. Jeez.
I know. It's a shame. So we are 28 minutes in, 11 minutes or so left in regular time. See one sub waiting to come in for Santa Maria, Ella Willoughby. We'll take a short break right now. 1-0 Santa Maria. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, Gaucher and Amande, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Walk-Ons, Austin Fire Systems, Eustace Mortgage, SKR Construction, for their support of our EA Sports Medicine Program.
And the injury coming off the field for the Lady Spartans and substitution coming in for them. Claire Delaney checking in. So the Rev Game of the Week, we talked about the big one. Santa Maria at home at the Pit versus Dutchtown. That's going to be Friday night. And then next week we've got girls soccer, EA at Santa Maria and Dutchtown. Well, that's actually this week. In 2 weeks, Santa Maria at Dutchtown, girls soccer, and then Dutchtown at East Ascension. So we're kind of doing that round-robin thing, everybody playing everybody here in Ascension Parish, and there's never a bad game when that happens on the Rev Game of the Week.
And Jeff, I think you and I, we got the dream team together again for the Santa Maria Dutchtown girls, I believe.
That's good.
I think so, yeah.
Right, Jolie will not be available, I'm guessing. I think she's going to be a little too
she's gonna be a little
too absorbed by the game. Yeah.
She's got a couple of things going on she has to deal with there.
Yeah. And that's that was, unfortunately, that was Cody Maxwell. That's number 20, the
Maxwell?
one who was injured.
Okay.
She's probably just exhausted. She's played her heart out here tonight.
She certainly has, yep. Good experience for her, though, as well. Looked like she was holding herself. It's not
maybe her arm.
A collar issue or something like that, where you can land. That's a good through ball there as well.
Tried to get it there, but not quite. And now here's Bridgewater causing problems.
Bridgewater's playing a little deeper now as well. Like she can receive the ball a little further back, but she'll be facing the goal from the start. And that's maybe so that looks like a little bit of a change there. Instead of her being on the last line, as it were. We'll see if that stays that way.
Good defense so far for them.
She's definitely had more of the ball as well.
Yes.
You know.
And May with the save and the kick. We have 8:40 left on the clock. Of course, we just missed a couple of minutes on stoppage time. So
we might get 2 more minutes, yeah.
So we've probably got about 10 to 12 minutes left in this match. As they're trying to get it to Pransky, trying to get it through, and it's going to get to the goalie.
Ooh, not quite. That was a good choice. She couldn't pick it up there. It was just outside, just onto the D there, and that was a good choice. Champagne's been solid all game. She's made some really good decisions, and there's been periods she hasn't had to do anything for like 10, 12 minutes. So when you're getting a little cold, you've got to keep moving and keep alert.
Folks, I somehow missed.
And we have a free kick
has entered the game.
Takedown from behind by Santa Maria.
Yeah, Hannah May's gloves have stayed definitely warmer than hers. And I like this. Look, this is the senior here. She wants to take the kick. She's like, I can't mess up there. Bridgewater's right there, but you've got the defender further back. She obviously has one of the stronger legs, I'm sure, on the team. And that's what you want, especially as the players tire. Ones who would normally have the bigger kick there, they don't have as much juice in the legs.
That was one opportunity that they had right there.
Yep.
And knocked away, and they keep it in, but it goes out.
Just rolled out. First touch kept it in, and it just rolled out.
So white possession. We'll keep an eye on the clock as you see it up in the corner, 7 minutes approximately. But really probably about 2 to 3 minutes added to that.
I think so, yeah.
And now we have in the corner Right across.
Good defending there. Good defending. They had to.
They had Bridgewater right there, too, as a shot goes wide and high.
I thought both teams have defended well, actually, especially under some high-pressure moments there. You add in the tension of the game, especially for these young ones. I know there's some senior leadership in both defensive, but both defensive have been very solid, hence only one goal there as well.
And you brought it up, and we saw it on Saturday. This is kind of, we're entering that time frame where everything gets urgent, and this is where the goals can kind of come in bunches here.
Right. I always used to tell girls that I would coach if we were down 1-0 and if we'd lose 2 because we'd give up an extra defender, said, hey, you guys lost 1-0. I lost the other one there because there's no point just losing 1-0. You want to go all out there for sure.
Are we going to get a free kick here?
So every Santa Mar free kick has been pretty impressive so far. So let's see.
And you know who's going to take it. She's going to set up from 25 out.
I think she's taking it, and I don't know if this is going to go under the bar. This might be a real sweet spot. The wall is, the ref's not moving the wall. The wall is 6 yards away.
And Ben's left.
Yeah. She would like that one back.
Yeah.
One of the assistants is talking to her in case she gets another one there. So wants her floating it a bit more, I believe.
So we're ready, and we're back in play. And it's going to go
tough for the seniors, especially for the Santa Mar seniors. Tough for, EA seniors, unless you happen to play them in the playoffs. This is your last go at the pitch.
Right.
But Santa Mar seniors, it's those three. It's 3 of them. Yeah, it's their senior night, and that's the one you definitely remember that. You're even in 20 years, you're like, oh yeah, we won our senior night. You want that one, and there was a few teams that played us on their senior night, and it didn't work out for them, and I was okay with that. But
here's Bridgewater, a shot wide, and she scored.
No, it didn't go wide. That was a really good goal. Nice goal.
Wide of the goalie, right into the corner.
Yeah. And look, she was far out there. Yeah, and a lot of high school girls are not getting that one there. That was a nice hit.
And so that's 2-0, and it's going to be tough sledding now for the Lady Spartans as Santa Mar takes a 2-0 lead. This is so reminiscent of the game Saturday.
It is, apart from just the timing of that first goal, but it's 2 good teams hanging together there.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the half, so they're important. That's where you've made some changes.
Right.
That's where fatigue sets in as well. EA's been playing that chasing game there for a while, and somebody of the quality of Bridgewater, she's going to get a second. That's a really nice goal. Really nice.
I want to bring up, too, compared to last season, and we talk about where these teams are right now. And when we did the game last season, I believe the final score was 7-0.
Yeah, that's right. And
it was a very easy win for Santa Mar. This is a much more competitive game.
And it was such a weird season last year. And then Santa Mar lost to Denham, and EA beat Denham. And it's like, what happened there? What is that? Because the 7-0, it was the only concern was like, is it going to be a mercy rule? Is it going to be the 8-0? But no, this has been a competitive one. Coach Jolie will be happy getting the win, getting out of there, hopefully no injuries. I think Coach Jen can be proud of the girls' effort for sure.
And there's a shot on goal, miss.
Even when I compare for EA in that playoff game with Dutchtown, this has been a much better showing as well from the way they ended their season there.
So I want to bring up, so far, 2 goals on the night from Nia Bridgewater.
Yep.
She now has 32 on the season.
32, that's good.
And she is 9 goals away from tying Santa Mar Athletic Hall of Fame soccer player Melissa Gary for career goals, and she has 107. So she's
and Melissa Gary didn't play one of the years with a torn ACL.
Wow. So she's 7 away now. Then she just hit the 100 mark.
Right. Yeah. I would imagine she'll get that, but I'll give, and nothing from Miss Bridgewater. That's so impressive. Right. And I know Coach Jolie is not going to let her stay in a game and score 6 goals.
Yeah.
Probably get a hat trick and get out of there. But yeah, Melissa Gary went on for Texas A&M. She would get quadruple teamed as well. But yeah, she missed her junior year with a torn ACL in high school. And she was Texas A&M captain as well.
That's why.
Oh, good ball there.
And a shot blocked again.
They're going for blood. They want that third.
Yeah. And this is why we kind of mentioned earlier, even though
nice play by Haname there.
East Ascension had the nice record and Cinema had the losing record.
No,
it was really kind of the level of competition that they played.
Absolutely.
But no disrespect to East Ascension. That's why we had said that Cinema was a likely favorite in this game. Right now they're at 32, the Lady Spartans. It's another shot, high and in.
Ooh, nice. Very nice goal.
And another goal
let's see who got that. Was Sutton.
I believe that was Sutton.
Yeah, she's been waiting for that one. Very nicely done there.
That's her 10th goal of the
That's
season.
number 10 for her, yep. There was a little play earlier the first half. I think she would have liked that one back. Yep. And look, we're into the final 2 minutes there as well.
Right, so
I just went over that.
So
one goal comes, then it kind of opens the floodgates a little bit there as well.
So I'm going to finish my thought since we're kind of running out of time on the clock here as well. East Ascension was at 32 in the power rankings, and of course you're running out of time in the season.
This won't hurt them though
that's exactly right.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Well, I know Sanama's 25. I think Sanama's going to move up a lot as well.
Yeah.
It's if you happen to lose to like a Live Oak, or like when EA plays Dutchtown. I think we'll all agree Dutchtown is the favorite, but that doesn't hurt EA there as well.
Exactly.
And that I like that. You shouldn't be punished for playing good teams, and Sanama's going to really reap the reward of that. The Loyolas, the Vanderbilts, the St. Michaels, as they keep winning, you get bonus points from that as well. And you shouldn't get rewarded for skipping the Dominicans. You girls need to see those teams.
Right, and this is where you've had an easier schedule. This is where the harder schedule kind of balances it out.
Absolutely.
You can even move up maybe slightly.
And look,
as long as they hold their own.
Of course, you got to do that.
As long as they hold their own, they beat Live Oak.
Right.
Give Denham Springs a game.
I think Denham. You know what? It's the weird thing. Denham, they may have more of a chance because I don't think they've played the Sanama schedule, and there's not that rivalry, that crazy factor. I don't believe they have a Bridgewater type there. So if you can somehow sneak that one or tie that one, and look, this is a district. There might be like there could be 4 to 5 making the playoffs there.
Yes.
And it's usually the district that is often, apart from the North Shore, very well represented outside. Most districts is like one, well, it's always one, obviously, but like 2 to 3. But there's been like times, especially on the boys' side, it's like 5 out of 6 make it.
Yeah.
And there's usually one poor like whipping boy who's like, they're not going to get in.
Exactly.
So I imagine we're really close. I doubt the ref is going to add much. He's looking at his watch right now as well. He's like, I got a JV game to go. So.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, because they've been talking about how they're going to set up the playoffs, whether it's going to be this many teams or that many teams, and then
it's
5A. 5A they dropped to 28, but I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to do that.
That was crazy for football how they did it like last minute. It was.
I don't think they're going to do that in soccer because the soccer divisions didn't change.
Right. For football, that was chaos, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was really.
And there were 5A teams and 4A teams playing together and everything like that.
John Errett and didn't know where they were.
I know. East Ascension lost to a 4A team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yes, it was.
But I don't think that's going to be. I think they're going to stay with the 32.
They're 32,
status quo.
And football. We know obviously that's obviously the big boy right there. And if there's any of the lesser sports, the smaller sports, then they'll make those adjustments over the summer. But I know our coaches were talking how chaotic that was.
Yeah. And of course,
I don't know the reasoning for it as well, but it just seemed, wow, this was a little wild.
There were a lot fewer teams because a lot of the what happened was in football, a lot of the teams that were non-select moved to the select, like the magnet schools.
McKinley
Magnet.
Missed it.
And then a shot right there.
Oh, nice finish.
Sutton, I believe.
Freshman Ella Willoughby.
No.
Goal number 4.
Some was involved, but no, it's... Let's see if we can find her.
I heard the announcer say Ella.
We're scrambling
we got to be
here.
near the end. Yeah, 4-0. We're all looking.
Willoughby, 20,
Willoughby.
freshman. I've made her night.
Yeah,
she should
knew they were happy about that.
She's like, Coach, can I go and get canes instead of play the JV game?
And so this is going
That's
to be
a
a
tough finish there for EA. That's a little tough on them, but Santa Mar showed there.
Right.
The cream rose to the top there, no doubt at the end.
This is like a football game where it's like 10-7 in the fourth quarter, and then it's 31-7.
Right.
And it really doesn't give a clear picture of what happened on the field.
I think the 2-0 and a clear 2-0, that would be a fairer one there.
Yeah.
It's but Santa Mar just showed you again. It shows you when they're offensively, when they're rolling, they can score on some really good teams, as well.
So we're just wrapping this up, and we're really looking forward to Friday. We'll remind you once again, as we're going to have soccer at the Pit, boys, Dutchtown versus Santa Mar, the probably best game in Ascension Parish this season that we are going to look forward to as we have a whistle. We're still going.
Are you getting an Airbnb locally, Jeff? Or you might
I might as well. I might put in for a transfer this week.
That's right.
But we usually have to wait till March or April to
see
do
if
that.
Santa Mar Middle are hiring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your wife's like, what's wrong with the gas bill? What's going on?
Yep. There's Leah Pransky. Maybe she's got an opportunity here. She's got a shot wide.
Oh, almost somebody finishing off there. I think it's going to be the goal kick. And that's final whistle, 4-0.
And so we'll finish with our final score of 4-0 Santa Mar over East Ascension. We'll break and we'll wrap things up in just a moment. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of East Ascension High School would like to thank Ascension Equipment, Donaldsonville, Glass and Body, Gaucher and Amande, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Piku Builder Supplies, Ross Downing Chevrolet, Walk-Ons, Austin Fire Systems, Eustace Mortgage, SKR Construction, for their support of our EA Sports Medicine program.
We're back at the Pit as our final score, Santa Mar 4, East Ascension 0. But Chris, this was a game that was 1-0 with about 7 minutes left to go. And
yes, it was.
The floodgates open.
And Santa Mar definitely deserving of the lead there. I've got to not do the homer thing here and thinking the 4-0 a little unfair, but Santa Mar definitely the better team. They probably would be annoyed they were not leading at the end of the first half there. But once that first goal when the second goal came in, it's like, oh, I think they're going to get another 1 or 2 there as well. But it just showed you their offensive might at the end, and it takes a while sometimes. But it's just amazing. It was such a great example of sports, how poor Pransky, she misses that one down the end there, and 30 seconds later they get that one. And it's just, again, it shows you how sports can change. It can, on a swivel there, can really change.
So Santa Mar wins. They move to 7-8-2, 2-0 in district. East Ascension loses 6-4-1, 1-1 in district. And again, congratulations to the Lady Gators seniors who were honored here tonight. Naya Bridgewater, who had 2 goals, Aubrey Humphreys, and Madison Parker. And that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Join us again Friday, Dutchtown at Santa Mar boys soccer here at the Pit. For Chris Goodall, I'm Jeff Porsche. Thanks for watching. Our final score 4-0. Santa Mar defeats East Ascension. You've been watching the Rev Game of the Week.